Thanks for watching today, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Oh, that cupboard behind me is going to drive me nuts. Hold on a sec, guys. How you guys doing today? So sorry for my late heads up, I guess you could call it, on the live stream. I was feeling kind of sick last night, so I wasn't able to do the Monday night stream. So if you guys have any questions and you're just jumping in, if you have any questions or you just want to chat about anything, feel free to throw it in the comments and I'll be happy to interact with you guys after I get this other phone to stop yelling at me. Here we go. Looks like I got a message in here from Ceiling Fan 1988. That's a cool name. All right, guys. So tonight's topic, I would like to try to focus it and keep it maybe around the topic of when to be concerned about a possible opiate addiction. As you guys, most of you guys know that watch my channel, you know that most of my 100+ videos that I've made are talking about Suboxone and my tapering of Suboxone and my faults of Suboxone, and just I've shown you guys a lot of my struggles with Suboxone. Really, that's all I've really talked about on this channel. So I would like to kind of switch things up a little bit, and I did want to say too real quick that I've noticed, I went through recently and noticed that a bunch of my, hey, what's up, Corey? Thanks for joining. So yeah, a lot of my viewers, most of my subscribers are between the ages of 25 and 45, and most of you guys are male. I want to say it was like 90% of my subscribers are male. So I do plan on trying some different things for the guys, making some different comments for the guys. I did want to go into like more of like my fitness life and diet, nutrition, optimizing your hormones and testosterone. I have a lot of knowledge with TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, and I think that's a big time thing when it comes to opiate addiction. So I would like to start dabbling with those types of videos. So yeah, maybe keep an eye out for those types of videos, guys, coming up. So yeah, all right. So when to be concerned about a possible opiate addiction. And as we're going, if you guys have if you have anything to add or any type of like what you noticed in your addiction and what steered you towards your opiate addiction, or some red flags maybe you noticed, maybe post those in the comments of the videos so other people can come by here and read these comments and kind of get ideas and you guys could relate to each other. We can all just kind of put our brains together for this and maybe try to help some people out before they have to go down the Suboxone road, because as you guys have seen, it's taken me a long time to get out of that Suboxone road. Quick side note, actually today was my first day at 0.75 milligrams. So this is the lowest dose I've had all year long. So I'm feeling pretty good actually. So see if I can continue to stay around 1 or just a little bit below 1 milligrams of Suboxone for the rest of this week. But I'll give you guys this Suboxone taper update video as soon as I've conquered this dose. All right, so the reason that I kind of wanted to bring this topic up was because a friend that I know recently just got prescribed 40 Loratab 7.5s or Percocet 7.5s. For those of you that don't know, basically all of those medications are the same, just depends on the dose is like the main thing. So she got 40 Loratab 7.5s for a tooth extraction, okay? And when I heard that, I thought, oh my God, dude, that is a lot of pills. And I mean, 7.5 for someone that weighs 100 pounds, that could do some freaking damage. She said that she had actually got so high off of one pill that she didn't know what the hell was going on. She thought it was like some kind of stronger medication. So I said, no, they're basically the same medication. It just depends on the dose. And a lot of it will depend on too of your body weight. If you're really light like that, if you weigh 100 pounds, taking a 7.5 for your first time, it will more than likely knock you on your ass. And you'll probably be either puking, throwing up because it hits you so hard, or you'll be sleeping, or you'll be high as a kite. And from what I heard from her, she was high as a kite off of a 7.5. So that could happen. Maybe you have a root canal with a dentist. I know that's how I kind of first got turned on to them. And then also I got prescribed a bunch when I got into a motorcycle accident. So if you're involved in any kind of auto accident, anything like that, then they would, apparently there's still some doctors apparently are still handing out decent amounts of pain medications. So you guys really got to be careful. Be proactive. I let her know that she should definitely not need 47.5 painkillers to get over a tooth extraction. It's basically the first day or two is really all you should need it for. Maybe 3 days, but you don't need 40 tablets to get past that pain. Now everyone's pain is going to be different. So I would just say, if you get that many medications, just keep it in your head to try to take as little as possible. I recommended that she take half of that dose and try that if the 7.5 was way too strong. So I haven't heard back from her since then. Hopefully she's okay. Knock on wood. Anyways, so, okay. So what I was going to say is basically if she had kept, or I had kept, because I did in my situation, I was involved in an accident, and then I had a bunch of painkillers left over once the pain was gone. So if you notice yourself trying to keep like a stock up of these medications, that should be a big red flag to you, that something's not right. And you should not want to do that, guys. You should want to treat this stuff like it's the devil and get it out of your house. Do not stock up on pain medications, because this will almost ensure that you end up having a bad addiction down the road. Okay, so get rid of the medications as soon as your pain is gone. Also, if you notice that you just really, really love the feeling of being on pain medications, then that should also be a red flag, and you should take very good caution, okay? Because once your body, I think they call it chasing the dragon, right? Almost every opiate addict, they feel that feeling. And that feeling of the first time you get like a really good high off of pain medication, it feels like you died and gone to heaven. It feels like, a lot of people ask me, like, what does it feel like to be high on painkillers? And it's so hard to explain, because it's such a unique and it's such a great, amazing feeling. Just to name a few, I've said this over the past, but it feels like maybe you just won the lottery. Maybe you have a really, really long orgasm. Maybe you just died and gone to heaven. Some people could relate it to when you're taking the gas mask at the dentist, that floaty, just happy feeling. Yeah, sure, dentist, go ahead and drill my teeth. I'm good to go. I'm on this gas. Those are kind of some things, if you can jumble all those together, maybe that's kind of what you could expect to feel like on painkillers. I think it's really important to note that you could be laying in the hospital with your freaking legs snapped in half, and you could be just having the time of your life because you are on painkillers, or morphine or whatever they give you. And that's really scary, because if you have a bottle of those sitting in your cabinet, you could be having a shitty day emotionally, or maybe somebody that just died, or maybe you have a slight backache and like some aspirin could take care of it, but you want to get that high, happy feeling and just kind of zone out of it. And those are basically the things that are programming your head it's starting to wire your addiction, right? So really be aware of those things. If I'm to the person I'm talking to, if possibly you're not an opiate addict, and you don't have any experience with opiates, be really careful of those things that I just mentioned, because that's how it all starts. Let's see here. Okay. I see there's 5 people in here watching. Who's in here? Put something in the chat so I can see you guys. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Yeah, put some comments in here, guys, so I know you guys are here, because if not, once I get talking about this stuff, I'll just shut her down. But if you guys want to chat for a little bit, I'm down to do that. Hi, Rachel. Okay, so, and I'll get back to your comment in just a moment, Ryan. Okay, so basically, yeah, if you're taking these medications when you're not in pain, that is just one painkiller at a time. Pretty much picture yourself in a freaking room with a bunch of bricks and cement, right? Each pill that you take to temporarily escape whatever it is that you're trying to escape, you're pretty much putting one brick down and putting some cement on it, right? Next time you do that, you're doing another brick, and you're slowly just building a cement wall around you that's going to come up to your head, and pretty soon you're going to be buried in some cement room with an opiate addiction. That's my cheesy metaphor. So don't do that to yourself, guys. You need to really be cautious of those happy feelings that you're getting when you're not supposed to be getting them. Okay? So another thing I wanted to talk about is if you see or hear your friends using painkillers or talking about them. Thinking back on my friend group, there were some times in my life when I had no idea what drugs were. You know, I didn't drink my first beer until I was 21, guys, and I had to get paid $20 to do that. So I was very anti-drugs because I seen what it did to my dad, and I seen the crappy life that he had. Rest in peace, Pops. Sorry for using you as an example here. But I seen what drug addiction and alcohol addiction can do to somebody, and just makes them so unmotivated. He was so unmotivated. He was so lazy, you know. And it was really sad to see. I never knew why. Obviously, being a kid, you don't know why your parent is like that. But now that I have all this experience with addiction, clearly I can relate to why he was so lazy and unmotivated. You know what I mean? So, like I said, rest in peace, Pops. He died when he was 42 years old, which is just 2 years older than me, guys. So, long story short on him, he got into a bad accident, got a bunch of money, got hooked on meth, and then got really hooked on meth and alcohol his whole life, and he ended up shooting himself. So that was the story with that. So don't do meth. I've never tried it, but I've seen it ruin a lot of people. So yeah, if you hear your friends talking about, oh, so-and-so is so high, or maybe you're at a party, right? And your friends sneak off into the bedroom or the bathroom and they lock the door. That's like the key red flag. Yo, your friends are in there doing some fucked up shit, and they got the door locked because they don't want anybody else to know what they're doing. They're doing something highly illegal, obviously. And then they come out of the bathroom and everybody's just so different than they were just a moment ago, and their eyes are all glossy, you know. Yeah, they're doing some illegal drugs that they don't want people to know about. So if your friends are like this, and you hear your friends talking about painkillers, or you see them all fuzzy and nodding out and high as fuck, and you don't really know what that is, chances are they're on a heavy drug, probably painkillers or some sort. And you need to really, really rethink who you want to call your friends. And I know that sucks to say. I've had to walk away from so many friendships because we just were bad for each other. And in our addiction, you know, we would kind of like enjoy just hanging out with each other and getting high because that was what we did. So it is crucial, guys. This is one of the biggest things I could mention to anybody who is not an opiate addict. If you see or hear your friends talking or doing opiates or getting high in any way, get away from them, guys. Get a different set of friends. I'm telling you, this will fucking ruin your life. This will ruin your life. Rest in peace to a lot of my friends, at least 10 of them that are dead because they started on painkillers and then they went to heroin, and then the heroin turned to fentanyl, and all it takes is one dose, and a lot of them died. I've lost, like I said, about 10 friends that are dead in the grave with children. And a lot of them were very bright individuals with promising futures, to be honest with you. So don't go down this road, guys. It's a really sad thing to see. And I just seen somebody hit the thumbs up button, so thank you for that. You know, the thumbs up really mean a lot to me, guys. So if you're able to, smash that damn thing for me, baby. Keep the comments going, guys. I will catch up to the comments in just a moment. I'm just about done going off this stuff. Okay, so all right, we got the friend stuff out of the way. Okay, I got the painkillers sitting, the extra painkillers. Dispose of them immediately from your surgery. You don't need to have the stuff. It's like the devil just sitting there on your shelf, just waiting to be opening Pandora's box. So pretty much how my addiction started, if for those of you that don't know, I started off taking one painkiller a week, okay? And I would do this at work because I hated my fucking job. And I did that for years, to be honest with you. Every Friday, it was like my treat for going to this shitty job that I hated, that paid me a lot of money, but I still hated the job, okay? Then before you know it, after a couple years, that one started being Monday and Friday, okay? And I maintained that for a little bit too, I did. And then it hit Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? That's when like I actually knew something in my head, like warning bells were going off. And I remember I'd call after maybe 6 months of doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I remember specifically the road I was driving on. One morning on my way to work, I called my stepdad. It was really early, my old stepdad, sorry. And I had kind of just called him in concern, and I said, hey, I'm not really sure what to do. I think I might be getting addicted to painkillers, you know, and I wanted to let somebody know that, hey, there might be an issue coming on with me. Like, what do you think? Because he had been down that road before. So I just kind of wanted to get some ideas from him. And I'm glad I let him know, because then later on he was able to kind of keep track of me a little bit and just kind of touch base with me here and there and see how I was doing. So basically, yeah, if you're trying to use painkillers to escape reality or a shitty job or a shitty relationship, then you need to make your career change. You need to end the toxic relationship, quit your job, or whatever situation you have. You need to change that, because you're gonna go ahead and push yourself into this addiction if you have the painkillers and you have this shitty situation. And I know a lot of people could even use Suboxone to numb out of certain situations. I have experienced not a lot of it with high dose Suboxone, meaning 16 milligrams and higher, and it really just kicked my butt. You know, if you don't have a major tolerance for opiates, taking 16 milligrams of Suboxone will kick your butt. And you will numb out of the situation. You will be a zombie. The day will go by, the next day will go by, and the next day will go by. Okay, before you know it, you're making YouTube videos like me on YouTube about how you're trying to find your way out of opiate addiction. So don't do this shit, guys. It is very scary how much fake drugs there are, okay, these days. I've been watching a few documentaries lately showing it looks like the exact M30 square, whatever those pills are called, Oxycontin, Roxy's. It's so easy for these drug dealers to make fake drugs, guys, and all it really takes is one strong pill and can kill you. One pill can kill you, guys. So if you're fucking around with opiates and you don't know what you're doing and you didn't get the shit from your doctor, are you ready to fucking put yourself in the ground because you wanted to get high over one fake pill? It's not worth it, guys. Fix your life the right way. Do the emotional labor to get out of whatever situation that you need to get out of. And please don't go down this road. You guys can see I have over 100 videos on this channel about me talking about Suboxone. Imagine if I would have been posting videos while I was in my active addiction to painkillers 5+ years ago. And I do actually have a pretty damn jacked up video that I recorded when I was high on painkillers. And I would like to probably post that sometime soon to show you guys how much better I am these days compared to how I was when I was in that lifestyle. I look like total shit. And this was 5 years ago, guys. I look like I was 10 years older than I am now when I was 35. So I have cleaned my act up a shitload. I have put in a shitload of work emotionally on myself, and you guys need to too. If you're struggling with opiate addiction, the sooner you get out of this lifestyle, the fucking better, guys. And there's a major community here on YouTube. You'll see it in my comments. You'll see it in the live stream chat. There's a lot of channels that are coming up now, and everybody supports each other. It's like a freaking family away from family. If you're alone and you're sad and you don't have anybody to talk to, start a YouTube channel. We will support you, and you can support us, and it really helps to have people to back you up, especially people that you don't have to worry about like how you talk to them. They don't know your personal life. You can just kind of let your stuff out there, and people will be vulnerable with you as well. So I know it's not the most flattering thing to do to get on here and post your negative shit on the internet to see, but I can promise you that it's worth every second of it. So I haven't gotten paid one penny from making 100+ videos, and that doesn't bother me at all. I've gotten way more support from all you people. So I really appreciate all you guys that have supported me over the years. I can't believe I've been doing this for 3 freaking years. Hopefully I get my way out of Suboxone this time, and hopefully I can motivate you guys, and you guys have really been motivating me. So thank you all. So that's kind of really all I had to say about that. If you've been on opiates for a long time and you have tried time and time again and you're unable to taper off or quit cold turkey, or you're just so afraid of the withdrawals, because they are brutal, guys. Withdrawals are horrible. Then maybe talk to your doctor about Suboxone, okay, or a Sublocade shot injection. If I could go back, I probably would try the Sublocade injection a lot sooner on than dragging out Suboxone for 5 years. I think that could be a good way out of this, because it takes away the daily thing of having to take medication. But Suboxone can help you rebuild your life. Hey, what's up, Eric? I'll jump to the chat in just 2 seconds here, guys, so hang tight with me if you're there. All right, so make sure that you guys, if you didn't catch this in the live stream, post comments for people that might be dabbling with opiates. What are some things that you think could help them avoid this train wreck of opiate addiction? A lot of people can't afford taking high dose painkillers illegally off the street. I developed, my habit was over a couple $100 a day. A lot of people can't afford that. So that's why a lot of people switch to heroin, which I've been told there isn't any heroin around. It's all fentanyl, which is like 1,000,000 times stronger than all the stuff we're even talking about. So please don't go that route, guys. Please don't be sticking needles in your veins. That's a quick way to die and kill yourself. And it's really sad to see that happens to so many people. So thanks, guys, for listening to all that crap. At this point, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for you guys that missed this live stream, and subscribe if you like this type of content. Post any red flags that you may have noticed in your life in the chat. And like I said, there's going to be some different content coming to this channel. I'm sure everyone's getting sick of me talking about my doses and tapering and failing, and my cycle continues, but I want to talk about some other stuff. So I hope you guys continue to follow along. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in the live stream now. If you guys have anything to say, go ahead and ask it or say it in the live stream. Sorry, this was like such a short notice video. So Rachel just says hi. Okay, Ryan says, sorry, let me get a little bit of water, guys. I just went on a rant for a half hour. Ooh. Hey, did you guys hear that I took only 0.75 milligrams of Suboxone tonight? And look, I'm feeling good, all right? Feeling good, baby. Woo! Oh, sorry, neighbors. Another thing too is I quit caffeine recently, and I think that's really why I'm able to taper so much better, because my body isn't going up and down all day. And I think I'm gonna actually make a video about getting off of caffeine probably this week. So I really think that's one of the biggest things that people tapering should do is get off caffeine, and it's really easy to get off of it. So 0.75 today. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Maybe one again tomorrow. I'll make an update this weekend for you guys. All right. So Ryan says, hey, bro, I'm still off Suboxone. I party on pain pills sometimes, but holding it together decent. No more daily addiction problem. Ryan, be careful, man. Be careful, buddy. You know, I've tried doing that in the past, telling myself that I can just keep, keep my little addiction at bay. But for me personally, I was definitely not able to do that. So please be careful, man, because it's so easy to fall off the wagon. I'm sure you know how easy it is to have one party weekend into 2 days, and then it's Saturday and Sunday and Monday, and then before you know it, you're going to be back on Suboxone, and then you have to taper down. And just be careful, bro, please. But hey, good job if you're somehow able to hack the code and maintain that type of lifestyle, then you would be one of the very rare ones, man, because I don't know anybody that has sustained that for any amount of time. So congrats to you if you can do that. I would be highly jealous if you could. But I don't dare to try because I've tried like 10 times and it never works. Bird, hey, what's up, Bird? Hi, Rachel. You described that euphoria pretty good. Yeah, you like that? I don't know how. It just came to me, like just a few ideas popped in my head on how to explain that. It's so hard to explain what it feels like to be on painkillers. It's so freaking hard. I've really never heard of an accurate description. Like, I'm sure it's different for everybody, but combine those things together and like that's what I could like think of a generality of how to explain it to somebody that doesn't know. So is it Corey you said your name was? Yeah, Corey says, this is my third time quitting Suboxone. First time was in 2014. I quit for 9 months. Second time was October 2018. I made it 3 months. I'm 7 days fully clean from Suboxone today, and withdrawals suck. Dude, Corey, you're killing it, man. You know what I would give to be 7 days off of Suboxone right now? Do not hit that reset button on the stopwatch, my friend, because you are on your fucking way. That is killer, dude. Killer. What dose did you jump off of? You know, I'm seeing a trend. I'm seeing there's so much more hopeful stories. Have you guys noticed this when it comes to Suboxone and getting clean and moving on with their fucking lives? I'm seeing it a lot more, guys. Back in the day, like when Roberta kind of started her channel back in those days, there was only a couple people on YouTube that even talked about Suboxone and getting off of opiates. And they were all doom and gloom people. And now we're seeing a trend of people. Sonny just got done with his stuff a year ago, and he's said he's doing great. He's not complaining about pause every day. You know, like a lot of people I've seen, literally probably 5 or more people just in the last week that I've seen their videos. And I watch everybody's Suboxone videos. So please, guys, if you haven't started a channel, share your story. Be positive for people because it really helps. And me seeing these people getting off Suboxone has lit another fire under my ass. And that's why you guys have seen me killing my taper lately, because I'm so freaking motivated, because I can see that people are doing it. You know, we're doing it together, guys. So, you know, it sucks to have to show you guys how many times I've failed trying to get off of this, you know, and I get some comments sometimes, rightfully so, of people giving me tough love. And I really actually do appreciate that, because some of those comments really kind of light that fire under my ass. If they have a little bit of negativity to them sometimes, I know most of you guys are my road dogs and are always keeping it positive, but sometimes I get some tough love and sometimes I need that tough love. So I do appreciate everybody that comments and supports me, because every fucking comment helps me. It just keeps me on that path and keeps me, every time I see an email pop up saying I have a comment about this, like it just reminds me, okay, we're on a mission, we're kicking butt, keep it going, keep the momentum going. The momentum this time, this taper has been huge, and I want to keep the momentum going as much as possible. Meanwhile, I do know my limits, so I'm not going to push too hard, but I don't want to push myself. You know what I mean? So that's that. But Corey, keep going, man. 7 days off Suboxone, you're doing damn good. It won't be long before you're feeling way better, my friend. Good job. Rachel says the 2 milligram sub has helped me with trauma, but after all these years, the lack of motivation is so apparent. Hey Rachel, that's freaking that fits me to the T. You know, I don't know. It's hard to say, exactly what it is, but my motivation has been crushed over the last years. I know Suboxone has definitely something to do with it, because the higher my dose, I would notice. The higher my dose, the more time I was okay with just sitting around doing derpy shit, like watching cringy YouTube videos. And it was okay with me because I was just fogged out on Suboxone. Like 4 milligrams up for me is what I felt foggy on, just because my tolerance is low right now. But I'd notice whenever I'd go over 2 milligrams, 3 milligrams, 4 milligrams, I would just be okay with letting my whole day just go right down the drain and not getting anything done. But now that I'm getting lower, every day I'm getting stuff done. I'm doing my laundry every day. I'm doing the dishes and keeping the house clean. Getting to the gym every day regardless. I don't miss the fucking gym. That's the one thing that saved me probably throughout all this, is the gym and my fitness life. But yeah, the motivation sucks. Are you trying to taper down from here, Rachel, or what? Eric says, hey, Kevin, what's up? How you doing, Eric? Rachel says, I love your videos. Rest in peace, Roberta. Roberta, I miss you so fucking much. If there's a YouTube in heaven, shit, girl, I'm going to give you a big-ass hug. I remember one time you told me to give you a virtual hug, so here's my virtual hug back to you, Roberta. I pray to Jesus that your soul is at peace, and I love you, and I miss you, and I think about you often, my friend. I think about you often. If you guys haven't seen the video I made for Roberta, please do go check it out, guys. I literally spent over 40 hours to put that video together, and there's literally only like a couple hundred views on it, and Roberta deserves so many more views than that. So if you can share that video, if you know anybody, I hope, and I think everybody knows, Roberta was pretty much like the queen bee of DJ asks who's Roberta. She was pretty much the queen bee of talking openly about Suboxone on YouTube and openly talking about her opiate history, and she spent thousands and thousands of hours unpaid of her own time to get to know each and every person that would comment on her videos. Like she was one of the best friends I've ever had in my entire life, and I never even met her. She was that kind of person where she loved and cared about everybody, regardless of your situation. She would stay on the phone with you all night and listen and sympathize and try to help you find ways through your shitty situation. You know what I mean? So that's who Rockin' Roberta was. If you haven't seen her channel, go check it out. Rockin' Roberta. She still has a lot of videos up. She used to have sorry guys, I'm getting kind of emotional talking about it. So if you guys don't know who Rockin' Roberta is, go check out her videos. Eric says, used to be on Roberta's chat. I really hope her found justice. Hi, Nikki. How you doing? Sorry, guys. I didn't expect to get emotional on here tonight, but it is what it is. All right. Nikki says, you did such a good job on that video. It made me cry like a baby. So my mission was accomplished there, Nikki, right? She was an angel who was there for everyone. She never judged. Yeah, she was She was one of the best. She was she was definitely one of the best people I've ever had the pleasure to like get to know. She was there for me for a lot of hard times. The Kaufman tape says, "It was nice to hear you mention Roberta, just to hear her name. I know it wasn't her real name, but that's who she was to me." Yeah, same here. You know, I talked to her sister a couple times, and since she passed, and yeah, that was not her real name. So every time I called her, every time I called her Roberta, her sister is like, it's almost like she hadn't really heard anybody call her that. Her name was Rebecca. Her real name was Rebecca. Hey, thanks, DJ. Rachel says, I'm slightly scared to get off altogether. I have a heart valve issue, and if I don't sleep, I feel so sick, so I'm scared of the withdrawal. And yes, Roberta was awesome. I miss her sweet voice. So your heart valve issue, have you been off before? I mean, can you just do a really slow, long taper? I think if you really space out your taper, I think you can do it without interrupting. For me, Rachel, my sleep didn't get messed up until I got below 1 milligram. Like last week was my first week on 1 milligram, and I slept great. I really did. I slept great. There was one day when I woke up a couple hours early, but I'll let you know how tomorrow goes, because like I said earlier, today is my first day at 0.75 milligrams. So I'm expecting to wake up early in the morning, a little bit uncomfortable. But yeah, I think you can definitely get down to 1 milligram with zero issues, and then just really slow it down from 1 milligram. I've noticed so much of this is in our freaking heads. We just torture ourselves thinking how scary this is going to be. And then you actually start getting momentum and you see, what, this isn't really that bad. What the hell's the problem? You know? And so whenever you get in that mindset and you pray and you start to just put it all together and you get the momentum, I keep talking about it because it's so important. For me, this momentum that I'm on right now is really important, and I'm making killer progress. So if you can find a way to just slowly taper, Rachel, maybe start with 1.5 milligrams tomorrow, then 2, then 1.5, then 2. Just slowly taper it down. You'll be totally fine on your sleep. Just know your limits, okay? Be careful though. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. You guys don't know that, but I'm confident that you can get below 2 milligrams without having sleep issues. Kaufman says, God, the video. Are you talking about the video that I made of her for her? Literally, that video took me, guys, over 40 hours to put that together and go through and pick out little pieces of content from her videos. And I suck at editing, so that's probably why it took so damn long. But I feel the same about, Rachel says, I feel the same as you about her. It was devastating to find out how. Yeah, I actually got the police report for that. I don't know. I just wanted to make sure, like, to see her name on a police report and it says fatal, like, that was heartbreaking to read that. Like, I just kept thinking somehow, some way, maybe it was possible that there was a mistake or something, but it is 100% true. She is no longer with us, sadly. Nikki says, I always called her Roberta, laugh out loud. When I sent her mail, it felt so weird writing her Rebecca. Yeah, when I first heard her, that wasn't her name, Roberta. I was like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, it is. Hugs to you, dear. I loved her so. Been effed up ever since. Yeah, I think there's a major freaking ripple in the YouTube community over her. You know, she was there for so many people, and now she's not. So she would love to know that we're all still marching on without her, and we're all still pushing forward and trying to be better, better people, and working on our sobriety as hard as we can. So let's all keep trying to fight this addiction and push through each day, one day at a time, guys. Eric says, I messaged her on the 26th, 2 days her passing. I just knew something was wrong. Yeah, I'd messaged her 2 days before she passed, and we were supposed to catch back up because we hadn't talked for like a month or so. But I obviously we didn't get that chance. No, I'm not on Instagram. I don't have any social media. Sorry, bud. Rachel says, I'm going to take it slow. I go back and forth, staying on 2 sometimes. Rachel, I mean, if you're doing good, there's really no reason to come off. But if you want to just lower your dose for whatever reasons, are you having any side effects? Thanks for that advice. Let's see how it goes. What happened to Milo? Her sister told me that they didn't find Milo in the ashes. So I talked to my uncle who's a firefighter, and he said sometimes they just get burnt into the debris, and sometimes the cats get out of the house. So Milo may have escaped somehow. So yeah, that's really all I know about that. They didn't find Milo in the ashes. Milo passed too, Eric says. So. But when I spoke with Roberta's sister, she said that they didn't find Milo's ashes, but we're just assuming more than likely, probably did. I don't see how it would have got out. He would have got out. Yeah, where's the video? So if you go back through my video history, if you guys want to watch this tribute I made for Roberta, just go back. It was like, I don't know, 3 months ago or so now. It says, in loving memory of Rockin' Roberta. It was probably 4 videos ago that I made. It's, I want to say it was like 15 or 20 minutes. For anybody that doesn't know who Roberta is, go watch that video and it'll give you just an idea of how important she was to so many people. So, I'm about to close this up. I didn't want to make this video last so long. Anybody else have anything else they wanted to say? Or any other questions about anything before I get up out of here? Sorry for that little emotional moment. I kind of hit me out of nowhere. Yeah, Roberta, she wouldn't leave Milo. Yeah, she wouldn't. I think that's what her sister said, is she thinks maybe she was going back in for Milo. And yeah. But I did hear that she did not, how was the terminology put? I don't really want to talk about it too much. I don't know if somebody might get upset about me talking about this, but she didn't burn alive. I guess the gas got to her. So there's that. At least that made me feel better knowing that. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down right here. Stay tuned for more videos. I will do a Suboxone taper update. I thank you all for your continued support. And it looks like 4 of you helped me out with a thumbs up, so thank you for that. And if you guys can go ahead and hit that thumbs up button on your way out of here, I would love that. Keep the vids coming, man. Ryan, I will do that, my friend. You guys keep supporting me like this, and it just inspires me so much to really just push. I think you guys every day, your comments really mean a lot to me. And when I'm really struggling with my taper, I can read through some of your comments, and it gives me strength to kind of push through that next little crappy session I'm about to go through. So I really thank you guys for the comments and the thumbs up and your support, and also for allowing me to suck sometimes. I'm not always so consistent with the videos. I'm hit and miss, but you guys know I care about you all, so we'll get through this together, guys. We all miss Rockin' Roberta. As I said earlier, we love you, Rockin' Roberta. We miss you, girl, so keep watching over us from the heavens above, girl. All right, guys, have a good night. See you guys soon. Bye.